Answer call from Kane Kaiser with video. Button. Task view window. Running applications.
So you want my camera on?
Some text details.
If you can, sure.
5. All text details.
Well, I mean, you want it on, or
Well, I mean,
like, is it recommended, or is it like necessary?
I guess you don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, I won't. I'll just doing the gestures and stuff.
Okay, so I have my Streamlabs recording here, so let me start now. Hello,
Alright.
class. It's Kane, and I have my friend here. He is blind and uses screen readers. So the reason I am recording this video today is because I am going to have him explain the different screen readers that he uses for accessibility.
Alright, so, hey guys, so, right in front of me, I got a tablet. Actually, you know what, to be better professional, I'll just sit over here. So, I got a Microsoft tablet in my hands. If you don't know, Microsoft makes tablets, although it's like the Surface or whatever, but they make tablets, and Narrator is that what they're warning about? Is that what they
Yeah,
had?
sure.
Is that what they had, like a Windows computer?
Yeah, they had Narrator, and then they also had like different screen readers. Like you could do NVDA if you wanted to, or
Yeah.
so
But-
there are like 4 different kinds of screen readers. One is called JAWS, one is NVDA, VoiceOver, which is on an Apple device, also is considered a screen reader. TalkBack, which is on an Android device. That's another screen reader.
In fact, you know what? I'll just show the default first.
Okay.
Because it's already on, and Narrator, you know, I got it in tablet form right here.
Okay.
Like where I'm just holding the tablet, not with the keyboard.
Right.
But yeah, so I got like you can swipe right.
Close. Button. Double tap to activate.
And it even gives you help hints, like on VoiceOver, like any screen reader that you have that I think it would turn on. Like any screen reader that you would have, that it, like for the first time you get like on TalkBack, you get a tutorial. Like it'll show you what to do. On iOS, you know what? I'll go ahead and grab my test subject iOS device.
Okay.
And put my tablet over here. And then I'll grab the iPod Touch that I got over here.
One thing I could do is I could also explain VoiceOver on the Mac.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But for my end, I'm just gonna show VoiceOver on an iOS device.
Okay.
So VoiceOver on any iOS device, iPhone, iPod Touch, it doesn't include the iPad anymore, but the iPad has iPad OS. But iPad OS is the exact same if you think about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, VoiceOver on the iPod Touch, you know, you got swipe right.
Calendar, Thursday, photos, camera, TV, maps, weather.
And I'm just swiping. I'm not, like, usually blind people will just have their finger on the screen and move their
Books,
explore by touch.
Page
Yeah.
3, adjustable.
But then
Adjust value down or scroll left to show today view. Swipe.
you can do 2 fingers once on the screen. A 2-finger tap to stop the speech. But you can turn the speech off by doing a 3-finger double tap.
Speech off.
And you can do it again
Speech on.
by doing that. By doing the same thing.
Okay.
But anyways, there's the, like I'm at the page slider, I think.
Page 2 of 3.
Yeah, page 2 or 3.
Page 3 of
I
3.
had 3 pages in my case. You probably, most of you guys probably don't even know that VoiceOver exists. That's what
Probably
I'm trying
not.
to say.
Yeah. I mean,
So, yeah, like,
if
after the third-
some people have explored through their settings and just messed with their phone a little bit, they would have heard of it. But some people don't use accessibility options all that much.
Yeah, well, for a blind person or a visually impaired person, like for a visually impaired person, they'd use hang on, let me just open voiceover settings with Siri or like accessibility settings. Just give me a sec. Open accessibility settings.
Let's take a look at the settings for accessibility.
And she takes me right to it.
Honestly, I didn't know you could do that with Siri.
Well, I do that. I mean, you just gotta tell her exactly what you want to open it to.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I might have to mute for a second.
Okay. For those of you guys who have YouTube, I actually know Ken from YouTube. He has a channel called Beyond Sight. And so I have gotten to talk to him since I started my YouTube channel back in February of 2020. And believe it or not, he is blind, like completely blind. It's pretty cool.
I think it's safe. Anyways, I'm going to go through accessibility settings. If you go through here, you'll find a few different things.
Accessibility. Heading. Accessibility features help you customize your iPod for your individual needs.
Well, in my case, it's an iPod, but I'm Skyping on my iPhone. Right
Yeah.
now. But they won't be able to hear the speech on my phone. They'll be able to hear it from my iPod.
Right.
But,
And
by the way, another cool thing,
yeah.
you can actually hook it up to external speakers. In fact, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. And I guess for those of you who have an iPhone that is like an X or an 11 or something like that, the gestures to get to the home screen are different than they are with the younger models or the early models because they don't have a home button.
Yeah.
I'll actually turn on voiceover on my phone because I don't mind doing that. And it has
Voiceover on.
So to swipe, you would end up going up and then holding. It would go home. And then
Speech off.
oh, there we go.
Speech on.
Yeah.
31 items.
Whoa, I didn't know I did. I didn't know what I did there.
I think you did the item chooser.
Yeah, I did. That was scary.
Because even on here, I could do this.
Home. FaceTime. Double tap to open.
I almost scared myself there. I didn't know what I did.
Accessibility features help you customize your iPod for your individual needs.
Now I got the speakers all the way at the top.
Okay.
Audio descriptions.
The top volume.
Yeah.
Display and text size. Magnifier. Off.
See, there's
Screen.
the magnifier.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually, I didn't even know this, but it actually tells you where everything, like if it's at the center, if it's at the top.
Oh.
With iOS 14, you got, everybody should do this. In fact, everybody.
Yeah, so I think this is really cool, and I will actually demonstrate on I have a MacBook Pro, and if you push the button with the Touch ID 3 times, kind of like you do the home button or side button,
Accessibility options.
it will bring that up, and you can enable VoiceOver, and it will have a little thing on the bottom of the screen. It'll basically tell you where you're at. It'll come up here. Maybe it won't work on... Oh, there we go. Taking a little bit.
VoiceOver on Chrome. Google. Link. YouTube. Google Chrome. Google Chrome. Search.
So yeah.
About. Link. And one more item. Group. Link.
I'm going to shove VoiceOver
VoiceOver off.
So VoiceOver there's also if you have a Chromebook or a Chrome OS, there's a accessibility screen reader called ChromeVox, which is another screen reader. I forgot to mention that.
And I'll explain to turn that on, and I've heard this from videos. You do, like how on Windows, NVIDIA, you turn it on by doing Alt Control N.
Right.
But on ChromeVox, it's the same Alt and Control, but you gotta press the letter Z.
Oh, okay.
So that's how to do it on a Chromebook.
Okay.
Now, if you want to go look at the accessibility, like the way to navigate it.
Yeah, like
it's kind of
on the voiceover on the Mac.
Yeah, I mean you could do it, but it's not the same.
Right. And
with ChromeVox on Mac.
Oh yeah. Along with voiceover on a web browser or whatever you decide to have read.
Accessibility options.
It can actually repeat what you type. So, like, I'm going to type my name.
Title: A. Kaiser.
Okay, it's kind of
skipping. You are currently on a
Skipping.
text area.
Skipping a little bit.
New line. New line. Kaiser. A-N-D-N-K-E-N. Ken.
I'm going to take...
Yep.
Selection. Space. Ken.
Display and text size.
New line.
Sorry,
Screen.
Kane and Ken. Selected. Kane and Ken. Unselected. Insertion at end of word. Ken.
Yep.
Yeah, it can do anything. I like voiceover. I like to experiment with it.
Well, let me try dictation because I want to show them dictation.
Okay.
Voiceover
It's
off.
not really accessibility enabled, but
Right.
But it's at the bottom of the keyboard. Like, let me just go to a note real quick. Open notes.
Notes. Find that mode. Heading. Powerful search. Search for text. Handwriting.
Oh, I forgot.
PDFs and URLs.
It's kind of weird because we were talking about like different like voice assistants and stuff like that. They use a special it's a special name for it, and that tracks human languages. Like if you have a Google Assistant or Siri or dictation or anything, the computer will detect your voice and go through a whole big database of words. That'll bring feedback.
Continue. iCloud. Heading.
Let me see if I can try to get to a note.
Okay.
Toolbar. New note. Button.
New note. There we go.
Double tap to compose a new note.
1456.
Note. Text field. Is editing. Word mode. Insertion pointed. Start. Use next keyboard.
Muted.
Dictate. Space. Dictate.
Muted.
There's the
Double tap to
dictate.
start dictation. Double tap with 2 fingers when finished.
I can just double tap with 2 fingers. Hello, period. How are you guys doing today? Question mark. I hope you guys are doing good. Period.
Inserted hello. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good.
And there it goes. It just
Yeah.
There's an actual smartphone if you think about it.
Mhm.
Not a smartphone, but I think it's called the Blind Shell Classic.
Okay.
And I don't know if you'd call it a voice assistant, but they do have sort of a voice assistant that would say that you would be able to. It's voice control. That's what it is. But,
Oh yeah.
But voice control is like a voice assistant if you think about it. Oh, by the way.
Like for the old iPod, I had voice control on there, and I hated it.
By the way, maybe let me see if it's still available. Open settings.
Accessibility. Heading. Settings. Back button.
Let me go back.
Bluetooth. No. Sound. Do not. Screen. General. Control. Display. Home. Accessible. Wallpaper. Syrian. Tab. Syrian search.
I'm kind of fast, so.
Listen for open. Press home for Siri.
Only someone as intelligent as Ken would be able to navigate with voiceover that fast.
Wait, what?
I was just saying that only someone as intelligent as you would actually remember every single step to make it like really fast. Like you navigate it really fast.
Well, I've been an Apple user for 5 years.
Oh yeah, I've been an Apple user probably for 3 years, maybe. 2.
Yeah,
Oh
well,
no, 2 years, whatever.
Allows language. Siri has line from Siri can help.
It
Siri
used to
suggest.
be-
Siri can help. Suggestion. Siri app plant. Access app store button. Return to
Maybe it's in the home button settings.
back button.
What
Because
is
there's
it?
a home button.
Siri and passcode. Exposure notifications button.
Let me see.
Battery. Privacy. App store. Password. App private. Battery.
Oh, we're going bit.
Button. Rows 2 to 21 of 91.
There used to be
Settings.
a
Heading.
where
Search.
you could
Search
access
field.
the old voice control.
Oh, there is a way.
Yeah.
14.
Let me
How?
see if I can find it. So you go into
Settings.
Siri and search.
Siri and search. Ask Siri. Heading.
You can do Siri and search, or no, wait.
Settings. Settings.
Let me
Back
just
button.
see here.
Accessibility. Accessibility features help you customize
Oh, yep.
your iPhone for your
It's
individual
under
needs.
accessibility, and then go to under physical and motor. There's voice control.
Voice control. Voice
Speech off.
control.
Display and brightness. Button.
Wait, let
Double
me
tap to toggle setting.
Oh wait, no, that's
Center.
not right. That's not right.
Settings. Swipe up from the bottom of the screen to view
Sorry
control.
about that.
Speech off.
Settings. Settings. Siri answered. Suggestions on home screen. On. Double tap to toggle setting. Settings. Back button.
I forgot how do you swipe up? I
Controls for home
forgot.
accessories and scenes. Speech off.
Settings. Back button. Siri
Speech off.
search.
Let me-
Lock heading.
Swipe up from the
Ask
bottom.
Siri.
Control center.
12 to
There we go.
21
Oh, there we
of
go.
Back button. Settings. Display and brightness.
Hmm?
Up. Speech off.
Never mind.
Siri voice. Accent. Heading. Siri answer. Siri. Siri accent. Siri answer. Siri settings. Settings.
I'm
Back
getting
button.
there.
Settings. Heading.
Hang on, let me try accessibility.
Settings.
Control center.
Heading.
Display. Home screen. Accessibility. Button.
Accessibility.
Accessibility. Vision. Voice. Zoom. Night.
Accessibility.
Mode. Audio
Accessibility
description.
features help you
Physical and
customize your
touch.
iPhone for your
Switch
individual.
control. Voice.
Skype button.
Home button. Apple
Voice
TV.
speed.
Home button.
Home
Oh, I
button.
found it. I found it.
Heading.
You click the side button settings, and then go to under press and hold to speak. You can either use Siri or classic voice control.
Selected. Slow. Slow. Adjust the speed. Press and hold it. Selected. Siri. Classic voice control.
There you go.
Okay. Let's try that.
Classic voice control.
Help.
Classic voice control. Selected. Classic voice control. Landscape.
Hmm.
Portrait. Select.
Help.
Classic voice control.
Using iPod voice control, you can tell iPod to play albums, play playlists, or create Genius playlists.
Wow. That is so classic.
Classic voice control.
You can make it like when did they start putting the feature back? I wonder.
Selected. Siri.
Or has it always been there?
Access-
I think since iOS 12, I think.
Oh wow.
Because I think they had
So,
that.
I
I
mean-
think they had that when I had my iPhone when it was on iOS 12 last. Or no, it was iOS 13 because I got my iPhone last October.
1502.
Oh wow.
Settings.
Um,
Back button.
So
But
yeah, for you
still,
guys,
like-
for you guys in class, this is how you get to it. You can go back to normal.
Settings.
So you got settings, then you go to where was I?
Settings. Settings. Heading.
home button.
Oh,
Siri.
Goes
Wait a
under-
minute. Wait a minute. Let me do this.
Accessibility.
Return to Siri.
Yep, there we go.
Accessibility.
Because,
Accessibility.
Yeah, accessibility.
Settings.
yep. So
Speech
go
So
to
you go to
accessibility.
settings,
Yep,
and then
settings.
accessibility, and then you go to home button.
Home button or side button, depending on which phone you have.
Yeah.
Click speed.
And
Yeah.
then you got a menu that looks like this, and you can just go down to voice control.
Selected. Classic voice. Selected.
You
Classic
can do
voice
that,
control.
or you can do Siri, or you can turn it off.
Selected. Siri. Classic voice control. Selected.
Vision.
Classic voice.
Voice on. Zoom.
Help.
Home button. Button. Siri.
Using
Select
iPhone
off.
voice
Classic
control.
off. Select.
You can tell
Siri.
iPhone to call contacts, play
Adjust the
albums,
speed
or
required to
play
double or triple
playlists.
click the home button. Speech off.
1503. Siri. Selected. Siri.
Wait, so you can actually hold the
Accessibility.
side button for Siri?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
The
what would
the
you do
side
if you wanted
button,
to turn it off?
the side button, like on an iPhone X or an 11, acts as
Yeah.
the home button and the lock button.
So how would you turn it off if Siri would be
1503.
active?
How would you turn it off if Siri is active? Oh, you would have to hold the side button and the volume up button at the same time.
Oh.
So that's how you
Okay, then never
that's how
mind
you
then.
restart your phone.
1503.
But how would you like power it off?
Settings.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Restart, power off, same thing. It's kind of cool.
Settings. Settings. Back button.
Yeah.
App Store. Button. FaceTime.
You know,
FaceTime.
while we're at it,
Page
maybe
1
you
of
could
4.
compare
Page
the
2 of
old
4.
voiceover on the
Oh.
iPod.
I can sure do that. Where did I put my iPod?
Well, go ahead, do it.
Alright, I gotta go find my iPod. I don't even know where I put it.
So, if you guys don't know, VoiceOver originated on iOS in 2009 with the iPhone 3GS. And it went from iPhone OS 3 to iOS 6.1.6. So that was the original iPhone
Right.
3GS.
Oh, my iPod was upside down. That's why I couldn't find it. So yeah, this picture, you guys, this is probably a piece of history right here. I bet you guys remember when it looked like this. It's powering on, that's why.
You could probably turn VoiceOver on from the start
Yeah.
because
Actually, I think
that's what I did.
Yeah, I think I actually have the triple click home. I actually have
Yeah.
VoiceOver activated on that. So the way you guys do that is go into accessibility, then triple click home feature. So maybe I don't have it on. Do I? Yeah, I do.
FaceTime. Home. FaceTime.
Oh, it's up all the way.
Tap to open.
So the voice sounds really nostalgic.
Yeah, to me at least.
Page
So,
1.
like-
Page 2 of 2.
Wait, let's do the FaceTime thing
Oh yeah.
Speech on.
because I got the same voice right here. Yeah, let's do this.
Speech off. Speech on.
Stocks.
Okay.
Double tap to open.
What? Let me do the speech on, speech off thing,
Okay.
and then you do it.
Speech off.
Now, guys, listen closely.
Identification from messages. +1 815
Speech on.
821
Speech off.
4149.
Why don't
I
you?
just saw Kane's snap story. Ellipsis. Is he depressed because he misses high school and his friends?
I think I know who that
Whoa.
is. Sorry, ignore that.
Red heart.
I think I know who that is, actually. I think that's Josh.
You can dismiss that.
Yeah, I will. So, I'll cut that
You
part
can
out.
edit. Yeah, you can cut that part out.
Yeah,
But
so
anyways, guys, listen closely to this.
so what you gotta
Speech on.
do is triple
Speech on.
click, or you tap with 3 fingers,
Speech off.
and then that will basically, if you want to, like, navigate, like I'm just gonna click mail, it won't say mail, it will actually just make the sound when you tap it.
Yeah.
See? It's mail.
Yeah, but you'd have to have vision. Like, this is something for, like, visually impaired people.
Speech on.
Like if I were to
Speech off.
turn the speech off,
Mhm.
but then have the screen off,
Right.
and if I tapped on, like, if I just selected the item and then just randomly
Yeah.
tapped it, I wouldn't be able to know unless I turned the speech on.
Speech on. Doc. Messages. Page 3 of 3. Smart voice. Recently. Page 2 of 3. Page 1 of 3.
And apparently I just touched on the page slider.
Oh, yeah.
Tap. Maps. Double tap. Speech off.
So yeah, you can, the only thing that's different is like, you could either turn the speech back on or
Yep, I
turn it
was
off.
turning off the app quick.
Speech on.
There we go. And then there's this
Yeah, the
thing.
way it says speech on is
Yep,
kinda
and then there's another thing called
different.
screen curtain, which you have.
Speech off.
Oh, there's my item chooser again.
Speech on. Screen curtain on.
So yeah, instead of tapping 3 fingers twice, you tap 3 fingers 3 times, and that'll turn the screen off while you're recording or doing something, because if you're blind, you can't really see it.
Screen curtain
Yeah.
off.
Because, like, for me, I had the screen curtain on because of the fact, what's the point of having the light?
Right.
But for sighted people, if you want to demo voiceover, what you got to do is there's no demo for voiceover. So what you got to do is you got to have that triple click home.
Speech on.
Because I got voiceover on, I could just turn it off.
Page 1
Voiceover off.
Settings.
The way you guys do that is, I forgot how you scroll.
Settings. Heading. Search. Search field. Dictate. Button.
Voiceover
Top
on.
of screen.
Scroll. You scroll with
Double tap to
3
open.
fingers.
Screen
Oh.
curtain on. Spotlight. 8 item. Series
Okay.
search.
Whoa.
App Store.
Come
Rows
on,
11 to
come on.
30 of
Page.
91.
Settings.
Oh, I got it.
Settings.
I'll get to settings
Settings.
real quick.
General.
Selected.
Button.
Siri.
You can.
Screen locked.
Rows 1 to 6 of 6.
Settings. Settings.
Accessibility.
Back
Back button.
accessibility.
Accessibility.
Accessibility features help you custom. Rows 8 to 22 of 22.
Oh, I could go back to that same voice.
Yeah.
Character. Braille table. Language. Container. Language. English. US.
There we go.
Containers. Verbal headings. Hints. Volume. Speaking rate. Accessibility. Heading. Accessibility features help you customize your iPod for your individual needs.
You know what else is crazy? You know how you can have, like, my voiceover on my Mac is the Siri voice?
Accessibility options.
You can actually have it so it sounds like the original. You can have Samantha or Samantha Compact. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
And the way you guys do that is
Voiceover on
go
Skype.
on to the Launchpad. There should be a
Launchpad.
folder called Other, then Voiceover Utility. Once you're there,
Launchpad 234.
you can go into Speech.
Speech.
There will be a bunch of voices. I
Menu
download a
16
bunch.
items,
so
check
there's
mark.
Siri
Siri female. Nora Siri. You are currently on a menu item. To choose this menu
Samantha
item,
Compact.
press Control.
Samantha Compact. Menu 16 items
then
check
Samantha.
mark. Samantha Compact. Samantha. Closing menu. Closing menu.
Oh, it sounds way
Menu
different.
16 items check mark. Samantha Compact. Closing menu. Utility categories. Table. Speech. Select.
I can maybe sound like yours here pretty soon. Here.
Rate 60.
Computers. While we're on the topic
Rate
of
55.
computers, let me do.
Voiceover off.
Whoa. No, hang on. I think a CD fell
Okay.
because.
This is really interesting information for everyone to know.
Yep. There we go. Don't know how that went, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and grab my Microsoft tablet, and while we're on the topic of computers, why not just talk about that?
Okay.
Narrator. 2 of 2.
So I
Double
got
tap to activate.
narrator. So how to navigate this is way bigger than your actual tablet.
Right.
You wouldn't want to hold this around and say, hey, look, I got a tablet. This doesn't have a home button at all.
Okay.
So what you got to do is you got to do the same thing with VoiceOver and with all the other gesture-based screen readers. You got to...
September 15th. VMware. See all 32. VMware Workstation 15 player. Windows 98.bmx from latitude 5000. Running application. Close. Button.
What?
Double tap to activate.
I don't know. I almost read something out.
Oh, that's all right.
But it's a good thing I just always said latitude.
Yeah.
September
They're not going to
15th.
wonder.
And see nav running narrate close Nord beat close Nord new desk no previous item.
Alright, so this is totally different than actually navigating it with there's tablet mode, but I wouldn't want to go through that.
Right.
Running applications NordVPN new desk no previous
I
item.
guess I did. I guess you can cut out the VPN port.
September 15th. en.task
While Ken is working
Windows
on
ink
that,
work touch keyboard button Double tap to
Oh,
activate.
there we go.
Oh, okay.
System clock. 3:13 p.m. September's no previous item. Taskbar pane. User promoted note. ATTs 89. OneDrive. Notificate. Running app. Narrator. One running actions. Brightness. No next item. Screen snip. Focus assist. VPN. Project. Connect. Network. All settings. NordVPN window. Action. No. Clear. Do you know that you can NordVPN? Main landmark. Taskbar pane. Touch keyboard. But Windows Inc. workspace.
Hey,
Touch
Ken?
System clock.
Yeah.
3:14.
I was going to tell you that the class lasts about 45 minutes, and we've been on the phone for 31. So I mean, we could wrap it up a little bit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. So basically navigating the narrator, you know what, I'm just gonna put it on the keyboard. Just so we're clear with that.
Yeah, and it
So I'm
works.
gonna-
You can control on the keyboard with VoiceOver on the Mac as well. You use a certain number of keys. You use the Option key, you use the Control key, Command, Shift, a bunch of those.
Yeah. And with narrator you got a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Start window. Search. Search box. Control.
See, there's a Windows key, Windows M.
Recycle bin.
That's how I get to it. But
Okay.
you know, you can get narrator to like you can go to different apps. Like
Right.
you can go to you can go through all your apps.
Start all desk numbers 3 7 cap access alarm cap bon bo cap cal can c c court cap desk disk cap accept cap feedback FS reader Windows.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and create a Word document real quick,
Okay.
Recycle bin control.
just so that I can. Well, actually, you know what? Let me just go to a website.
Okay. And for you guys in class, fun fact: the first screen reader on a computer had to be, I think it was for Windows 90 or no, it was Windows 2000 is the first time it appeared on Windows. It was called Narrator at the time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like, for the first ever screen reader, it was JAWS, and IBM also made one.
Yeah.
So JAWS was made for DOS, but then you know what? I'm gonna show that.
Exiting narrator.
I'm gonna show JAWS.
Okay.
See, I can navigate it, like, if I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can get to a shortcut if I know what the things are.
You want to know what's crazy? My professor says that
John
she's
Phone
old enough
News
to
Edition.
remember the Apple II computer.
The what?
The Apple II, like one of those really old computers that were probably about the size of half the size of a room.
Yeah.
Yeah, she remembers those, and it actually took floppy disks. She dealt with
Yeah.
floppy disks before. It's crazy.
Listen, take me, remind me with space.
So JAWS runs the Eloquence speech synthesizer.
Windows M, folder view, list view.
So there's a way to, like, on a tablet or a keyboard with no shortcut, like with no insert key. You got to do it with Control, Shift, Caps Lock, and J
JAWS context.
to get into the context menu. But for narrator, you have to do Control, Windows, Enter.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm in the context menu of JAWS, so let's go see what's here.
Utilities submenu. View.
Utilities.
Options submenu.
And then you got options, utilities, language, help, about, and then you got the exit.
Options submenu. Enter.
Options.
B.
You got the basics.
Voices
You got the
submenu.
voices sub menu.
Braille.
You got Braille.
Manage application settings.
You got manage application settings.
Remote desktop.
Remote desktop
Exit X.
and exit.
1518.
Basics. Voices submenu. B.
Voices. I'm gonna go ahead and just select them.
Select the voice profile. S.
I'm just gonna
Voice adjustment.
Voice
Enter.
adjustment.
Leaving menus. Voice adjustment.
Delete profile. Enable additional voice profiles for installed vocalizer, expressive synthesizer language. Speak set voice up. Say cat profile name. Combo box. Eloquence 1.
Microsoft Mobile dash left paren factory right paren. 2. SAPI 5X dash left paren factory right paren.
Those are some of the
3
screen
of 4.
readers.
SAPI 5X 64 dash left paren factory right paren.
And then you got
4 of
4.
4.
Okay.
Micro.
Eloquent.
I'm just going to put it back to eloquence.
Alt F4. Search.
You know what? I'm going to show NVDA real quick. Just
Okay.
so that we can get all this stuff done.
Okay.
Because I know
JAWS content.
your class doesn't last that long.
Exit.
Yeah.
Enter. Leave it. Enter.
And JAWS should be off. You know, with NVDA, you got a shortcut. Alt Control N.
Yeah.
And there we go.
That was NVDA.
Yep.
And for you guys in class, NVDA is actually a
It's a free screen reader.
yeah, NVDA. It's a screen reader, and it stands for, I forgot what it stands for.
Non-visual desktop access.
Yeah, you're right. Non-visual desktop access. You're right.
So,
Start.
while I'm here, I'm going to go through the NVDA menu,
Okay.
which you do caps. Like, this is kind of the same thing with JAWS, but instead of doing 4 keys, you only got 2 to deal with, which is caps lock and N. Now, this is only for those laptops that don't have a numpad.
Right.
But with a numpad, you got insert and then N.
Oh, okay.
But then, let me just go through the
Menu.
NVDA menu.
Preferences submenu P.
Preferences,
Tools submenu T.
tools,
Help submenu H.
help, submenu,
Configuration profiles C.
configure,
Help configuration profiles.
configuration profiles,
Revert to save configuration.
revert to saved configuration. Revert to saved configuration.
Okay.
Reset configuration to factory defaults are.
Reset configuration to factory defaults.
Save configuration is.
Save configuration.
Donate B.
Donate,
Exit X.
exit. So there's a lot more options in here.
Preferences submenu B.
But then you got the main preferences.
Right.
Settings S.
Then you got settings,
Speech dictionary submenu B.
speech dictionary, and then that's a submenu.
Punctuation / simple pronunciation B.
That's for punctuation,
Input gestures and
input gestures,
settings S.
and then you're back to settings.
Okay.
Settings general normal.
I'm just going to go ahead and go through the speech synthesizers real quick because.
Okay.
Speech to left 14. General speech to left 14.
So in older versions of NVDA, I really wish I'd met Windows XP virtual machine up, but in older versions of NVDA, you can just go through the options and press enter. But on this version, which is NVDA 2020.1 or 2, I don't know.
Okay.
But it's one of them. But you can't do that. You have to tab.
Speech property page. Synthesizer grouping. Synthesizer.
But you can't change it. Besides, what it'll do is
Microsoft Speech A.
You have to-
Button Alt plus H.
you have to press space or enter on the change button.
Select synthesizer. Microsoft Speech API version 5.
The current synthesizer will announce the synthesizers that are on the
Okay.
list.
Windows 1 core voices.
Windows 1 core voices,
No speech.
and you got no speech at all. Don't use this unless you know what you're doing.
Right.
Windows 1 core voices. Microsoft Speech API version 4.
Which is the current speech synthesizer. It's version 4 of Microsoft Speech.
Microsoft Speech API version 4.
Speech API. That's what SAPI stands for. Speech
Okay.
API.
eSpeak MG.
Now, here's the default from an old version of NVDA. I think.
Start window, search window,
Yep.
search box edit blank.
Yep, I
But
remember.
this is-
I remember hearing that voice before.
Yeah, on older version of NVDA, starting with, ending with NVDA 2017.3, I believe.
Okay.
This voice was the default voice or synthesizer.
Oh, okay.
NVDA settings. Speech normal configuration dialog. Speech property page. Synthesizer grouping. Speak NG. Change. Button take. Select.
I'm gonna go to a
synthesizer
different
dialog.
one.
Microsoft Speech API version 4. Microsoft Speech API version 5. NVDA settings. Speech normal configuration dialog. Speech property page. Synthesizer grouping. Synthesizer edit read only multi-line out plus S Microsoft.
This is what you hear on Windows XP when it comes to narrator.
Yeah.
Change. Button Alt plus H. Voice.
Here's the voices.
Microsoft Sam collapsed Alt plus B.
And you have different voices you can choose from.
Yeah.
In the synthesizer. You got Sam,
Microsoft Mary.
Mary. Well, actually, I'll go up.
Microsoft.
So at the top, you got David.
Microsoft Mike.
And then you got Mike.
Microsoft Sam.
Microsoft Sam.
Microsoft Mary.
Microsoft Mary.
Microsoft Zero Desktop English.
You got Microsoft
United
Zero
States.
Desktop.
Okay.
And I think that's it. I don't know.
Micro.
Yeah, that's it.
Mike.
That's a shame, though, because
Microsoft.
Microsoft Anna was on here. I don't know what happened, but
Oh.
Mike.
Rate. Slider 50 alt hit volume. Automatic trust include cap say beat use OK button. Cancel button.
Start window.
yeah, then you got back to the other one. Let me see if I can get to those other voices because I wanted to.
Start window.
You can ignore that
Okay.
VPN thing.
Folder view list. John 2020.
I got to get back into the menu.
NVDA net preference settings. Speech settings. NVDA settings. Speech change. Windows 1 core voices. Microsoft Speech API version. Windows.
NVDA settings.
Now this is what comes on the default.
Okay.
Now,
Change. Voice.
1526.
Microsoft.
3 notifications.
Microsoft.
Settings.
Mic.
Back button. Settings. Back button.
Rate. Rate. Pit.
Hearing.
Auto.
Heading.
Trust. Include capital.
Voiceover.
Sick. Beat.
Voiceover.
Mute. OK.
Voiceover
Cancel.
off.
Apply. But category. Speech property page. Windows. Change. Microsoft Speech API version 5.
NVDA setting change. Voice.
Microsoft.
yeah, I think the Anna voice is gone, but I don't
Oh.
know.
Rate. Pitch. Auto. Trust. In cap. Speak. Use. OK. Cancel. But apply. But categories. Braille property page. No braille.
All right, Ken. I think we
Tether
should probably
Braille.
wrap it up pretty soon here.
Yeah, I think they kind of got the point. But anyways, I'm more familiar with all the screen readers, but, the one that I'm most familiar with is, the one that I, first officially started using by myself, which is JAWS.
Okay.
Then I got into VoiceOver. Then I got into NVDA. Narrator, then NVDA. And then I got into Windows, and which is another screen reader, which I hope there's another day that I can explain more.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all I wanted to say.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop this video, and you can stay on the phone if you want, Ken.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tell the class that they should try an experiment. Okay. So thank you guys again, and peace out.
One thing I forgot to mention, you guys, is that when using a screen reader on a keyboard, using a keyboard, you can use first letter navigation. That's all I
So
wanted to do.
you might want to explain what that is.
So, real quickly, first letter navigation is like, I got JAWS running here.
Windows
So I can, like, you can press the letter.
H. Home typer online checked. 13 of 22. G. Google Chrome checked. 8 of D.
I'm pressing
Web
D
client checked.
for Discord.
11 F.
F
FS reader.
for FS Reader.
Checked. G. Google Chrome
G
checked.
for Google.
S.
H, there's nothing.
8. Audio Vault.
Audio Vault.
Oh, okay. I get what you're
Arch Games,
saying.
yeah. So, yeah, you could use that. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, and then here's an experiment for you. Try using VoiceOver for a day. Follow the steps following this video and try and use VoiceOver for a day and see how a blind person uses VoiceOver, because you can't really see what you're doing if you close your eyes and try and use VoiceOver. So give it a try by following these steps. On VoiceOver, go into your settings. Scroll down to the accessibility settings. Then tap VoiceOver. Tap the switch that says VoiceOver on it.
VoiceOver on. Settings. VoiceOver on.
You
Double
can
tap
also
to toggle
adjust the
setting.
speaking rate by tapping the bar
Speaking
and
rate.
swiping up
57%.
or down.
67%. 57%. 47%. 57%.
And then to find out more, click Learn More.
Learn more. Link. Double
To
tap to
select an
dismiss
item,
pop-up
you have
window.
to tap
Button.
once, double
Done.
tap to
Button.
activate, then swipe 3 fingers to scroll.
Done. Button. Accessibility. Access. Settings. Back. Settings. Back button. FaceTime.
To turn off VoiceOver, go back into
Settings.
Settings, Accessibility,
Accessibility. VoiceOver.
VoiceOver.
VoiceOver. On.
and tap the switch.
Double tap to toggle setting. VoiceOver off.